This video is a presentation of Madalena Ventures. Madalena trades on Toronto Venture Exchange under ticker MVN. Seen some pretty decent recoveries in venture-listed stocks. Madalena falls into that category, making a nice move off about 26-cent base, all the way up to about 36 cents, adding about 40%. But it's pulled back some now, holding over top of this 20-day moving average. And a slightly green close on Tuesday, up about 1.5. Has this chart on radar for an upward push to try and continue a series of making some higher lows through here, and potentially coming through and breaking out of a little bit of a triangle pattern that's going on to test at least these old high closing prices up around 42 cents. Still a nice upside of about 20% from current levels. MACD has been trending upward, holding over top of zero, but kind of at a make or break point. You can see where the 12 and 26 EMA are basically at the same level. What I want to see now is a bounce of that 12 off of the 26, continue the upward move, add some height to these histogram bars, and show that the bullish trend is actually strengthening. Going along with that, the slow still, which has been holding above 50 ever since it made this little move. That's why we talk about looking for these breaks. See the uptrend coming into it, then a break above 50. Tells me momentum is building in the chart, and that's where you see the appreciation in the share price. Now on a pullback, that's totally normal. They can't ride up around 100 forever. But when they pull back, I want to see them hold over top of 50, then make another rotation and move back towards the upper end to show that momentum is building again in the chart. And that, of course, will go along with the price per share moving upward. So I'm looking for hints in the slow still, and holding above 50 is that key that I'm looking for. You can also notice with that, money flow index, nice upward trend. People are starting to pay slightly higher prices for the stock. Break to the upper half of the indicator, there goes the share price. And at this point, still holding up very high, and overall it's a bullish look to the MFI. You can see the pattern right through here as well. The relative strength index holding the upper half of the indicator, holding over 50. It's probably the most used indicator of momentum that there is. And you use that benchmark point of 50 as an indication of who has control of the momentum, the bulls or the bears. So holding above 50 is exactly what I want to see. A break back down through 50 is a bearish indication. And of course, in this case, if it breaks back down, it's probably going to break through the 20-day moving average. And the chart will be taking on a much more bearish look. And on that downward note, if that happens, I'd be looking for a little bit of support right here through 30, but it's definitely stronger back down around 26, 27 cents. So that's why it's important for me at this point. That's why I picked this chart. See if it's going to push. Holding above this 20-day moving average means that it's trading at the upper half of the Bollinger Bands. And of course, that's where bullish charts are trading. You can see through here, trading on the upper half, break back down through it, and you see what happens to the stock price. Break back up through it, see what happens to the stock price. So it's kind of at a critical point right now to hold this level and try and push higher. Now, from a resistance standpoint, I'd look right at these old highs. You can see going back a couple months, that was a tough spot for it to push through. When it finally did, it actually gapped past it, came back, filled the gap, continued downward. That's going to act as a pretty strong area of resistance, right up around 38 cents. And if it can break through that, I'd expect it's at least going to test these old highs, right up around 42, 43 cents. And ultimately what I'm looking for is you can see a very slow progression through here of higher lows. And I'm looking for that to accelerate at a greater pace than over the last 3 months. It has a nice look for that to happen. It's at a key point right now for that to try and continue. And that's exactly why I'll be looking at this chart going forward to see how it performs. Volume is not bad in this, 310,000 shares traded. That's actually a pretty low rate for it. It can trade a lot more than that. You can see over the last few months. So I'll be looking for an increased volume bar through here because, as always, that helps momentum, that helps trend, and I want to see those things ramp up in speed to try and blow through some resistance points. Those are the type of things that I'd be looking for in the MVN chart, but as always, it's merely my interpretation. I'm not a financial consultant. Strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure. I do not base any investment decisions on any material found on the website and/or this video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker-dealer. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.